Oops. Alright, it looks like we are live. Oh my gosh, what year is it? What am I doing? How long has it been? It's been a while. Hello everybody, and welcome to the weekly Wednesday Lunchtime Livestream 2018 edition here on twitch.tv/DDO stream, youtube.com/Dungeons & Dragons/live, and facebook.com/DDO Unlimited. Yes, we are spec'd for slashing. How's it going, everybody? Yep. Beard is starting to grow on in. We are on Caneth, level 10, a character I rolled up for the recent Vet Status 3 event. We're going to be running Ravenloft Invitation to Dinner. Probably take most of the hour to do that one. It's a fairly long quest, and one of the key quests in Ravenloft, because it is the first time you go into Castle Ravenloft itself, and really experience a lot of what Castle Ravenloft has to offer. It's a cool one. Trying to remember how to play this character and what I'm actually doing. I have no idea. How's it going, everyone? Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, hasn't it? I spent Christmas with my son, had a really good time. Didn't get a lot of DDO in, unfortunately. You know, one thing about having a 6-year-old and being the only guy in the house other than him is he kept me busy. But that's okay. It was a fun holiday, great Christmas time and everything. Hope you had a good one if you celebrated. But now I'm back, and I've got time to get flagged for Ravenloft. I am going to be flagging for Curse of Strahd. Don't need to flag for Babala Saga. I did get a chance to run the Babala Saga raid on Arganesson with the Truth Seekers during one of the Movember meetups over the holiday break, and so that went pretty well. And I want to run Curse of Strahd on the live stream. At the very least, I've got Thelanis ready, or I'm getting ready to go on Thelanis for Curse of Strahd. And we'll see if I can do at least one other server getting flagged for that as well. Alright, so let me remember how to play this game. I remember how to play this game. I hope you enjoyed our extra long 25% XP boost. It was kind of a bummer that I didn't get to play much this break, because that was a good time to get lots of XP. Now we do have, one thing I guess I could mention is we did extend, our character inventory sale. That went on sale as part of December Deals Week 5, but unfortunately there was some kind of issue where it didn't get uploaded correctly and didn't get caught for kind of a long time. So we just plain old extended that thing. So it's going all the way clear through next Thursday, January 11th. It is currently active and will be running through January 11th. That's 50% off character inventory. That's these things. So, might be a time to stock up if you're into that sort of thing. Yep. Half off. Not bad. Not bad, so. Alright, that promotion done. What else could I mention? We're working, everyone got back into the office yesterday. We take, similar to most of the video game industry, you'd really take the whole period of Christmas to New Year's off, other than critical stuff that needs to be done. So if you've got, you know, like I had to publish some sales, do some social media stuff, you know, clean up the forums a little bit, that sort of thing. But for the most part, everybody was gone from Christmas all the way through to New Year's. So we all got back into the office for the most part yesterday. Except also, I don't know if it's probably maybe in your area too. I'm not actually sure. But yeah, the flu. The flu hit some people in the office. So we actually have a few people who are still out, who have not actually made it back into the office yet. Hopefully that should be done soon. We also have a couple people on extended vacation, and Massachusetts is set for a pretty big snowstorm tomorrow. Some places might get like 10 inches or more. So odds are fairly decent that we're all going to be stuck at our homes tomorrow. But if that doesn't happen, there is a plan in the works to get a patch out, and that patch would be for a handful of bug fixes, just kind of overall stuff that odds and ends that people have been working on in recent weeks since our last patch. In addition, we'd like to get lines of supply open. That's in the middle of QA testing to make sure that we've hopefully resolved the exploit that forced us to close it. The other piece is we are continuing to work on the hitching. A lot of us, other than myself, did get a lot of DDO time in over the holidays, and while we were running that, we had a program running in the background that was supplied to us from one of our engineers who's trying to look into this issue with kind of hitching, stuttering that people have been experiencing. So we've got a bunch of logs, you know, what's firing off when and all that sort of thing, and we're looking into it. We don't have a solution yet, unfortunately. Couldn't actually tell you what's causing it, but we have work going on. An engineer is working full-time on that. They have been working yesterday and today. I don't know what the status of it is, but it's probably our number one priority right now. I would say that is our number one priority. It's a biggie, and we definitely know that it's frustrating peeps. So, you know, we want to fix it too. And we're working on it. The other piece I would mention is that we have got a producer's letter that has not really been started yet. We just ran out of time over Christmas. But we're hoping to get a first draft out within the next week. We still have to hear from our licensors and do a little bit of kind of internal scheduling to figure out what we want to do when. But assuming that all gets worked out, we should have a new producer's letter within a couple weeks. And that'll be really a look at what's coming in 2018. So we have some big names. So cool stuff. Yeah, hopefully lines of supply will be coming back soon. It's due to the nature of the exploit, it's kind of a tough one to say for sure that you've solved it, but we think we have. I don't really want to get into the exploit too much, but actually, good point, Tesla's Ghost. I mean, yes, you're not wrong regarding potentially a new classic pack and things like that. But WotC actually does sign off on all of her plans, whether they're classic packs or no.
Madam Eva's words echo in your mind.
It's just sort of part of the process that we have to do.
A trap. A friend. But will you know which is which when you find it?
But yeah, we do actually, I mean, right now we've got, yes, this is probably what we're going to do. So as soon as we lock all that down and say, yes, for sure, this is what we are doing in 2018, we are ready to do what I think is going to be a pretty killer producer's letter, because we have got some big plans for 2018 and some big names, some long-standing requests that people have been wanting to do. We also do have some plans to do like some class work. Like I could repeat what I've been saying for a while, but it looks like 2018 will be the year of the Druid. We are finally, hopefully, going to get to Druid this year. In addition to, I know there's some interest in doing Favored Soul, Cleric, tree work, adding that Artificer tree finally.
Strahd's laughter echoes across the hall.
So, anyway, good stuff. But I don't want to spill too many of the beans right now, because that kind of defeats the whole point of doing a producer's letter. But, yes. We have got big plans. I don't have Ghost Touch. So I guess really that's the big thing, is we're all getting back into the office. We're solving kind of things that have been piling up over the last couple of weeks. We're working on a small patch. Got a producer's letter in the works. Those are the big things. Unfortunately, one of the people who have been sick with the flu is in our marketing department, and that person is in charge of putting together our bonuses for 2018 here. So I don't actually know what our bonuses are going to be yet. I would expect sometime in, once Festival is done, to see the Reezy Ice Games Midwinter Festival return. That's pretty standard stuff.
He ignores you, completely absorbed in his work. Strahd's accountant, Lipsiege, grumbles. I think I hid the key in one of the bookshelves. If you are looking to pilfer from the count, you'll have to look there. Take it and leave me be. With a little arm twisting.
I will say this: I, have had some opportunity to play, as I've been flagging, for my epic characters for Curse of Strahd. Man, seeing those filigree in the chest and everything, it's great stuff. It's way cool to some of this sentient weapon kind of things that I've been working on. I wonder how many people have got a lot more space in their shared bank right now. Because they used, they were basically crunched out all their weapons. I know I did.
Here, the key. On the desk, take it and go. I want nothing to do with what fate or Strahd have in store for you.
Alright.
There is the icon of Ravenloft.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to be useless in this fight. Alright, let me try to get to our chat room here. Sorry, I haven't really been able to pay attention to chat. Will we see the anniversary quest again, and will it have new Easter eggs? Yes, and probably. The anniversary quest is something we kind of want to bring back every anniversary. And to the extent our development allows, we do want to at least give it a few tweaks every year to make it a little fresh. So, do we want to just go back to the staircase? Yeah. So yeah, I would say both of those are highly likely. Is there a fix in the works for Warlock weapons showing while in stance? Yes. I believe actually, as a matter of fact, assuming it all works out, that may be in this next mini patch. I know Torque was working on that yesterday. I think he's going to be working on it today as well. Found out Control F will bring up your frames per second. You can use this to help reduce the stuttering a bit if you poke your advanced graphic settings. That's true. Did I hear about the Intel bug and do the servers run in Intel? I did read something about it. It didn't make a lot of sense to me, but I did hear about it. And I don't know. I have no idea. That's something really for our I assume our IT peeps are on top of. How long will the Jester be in town for? That is actually, we said, and that's explicitly stated somewhere on the forums.
As you approach, he speaks. I hope you found exploring the castle.
Alright, everyone get together here. We're gonna do Strahd's chamber.
Strahd makes an abrupt gesture, and suddenly a gate of red light comes into existence.
Be honest, when do I really know what I'm doing? Oh, I sometimes know what I'm doing.
Strahd's voice echoes from the darkness.
said, I've been working on my sentient weapon sets, leveling up my sentient weapon on Sekihan on Thelanis. Got a pretty kick-ass quarterstaff.
Well struck. Now, let us see.
All right, let me head over to YouTube chat. Are we planning on doing UI scaling? That came up today, actually, because one of our devs is recently got a 4K monitor over the Christmas break, and has been re-downloading DDO. They got a new computer too, and I can't say for sure that we're going to get UI scaling, but I know that there's interest in it. We'll have to see what we can do. It will not be a small project, because what we're really looking at is having to redo all of our art assets, UI art assets, and that's a pretty big ask for our art department. So I don't know. But we definitely know that it's something that we kind of need to do. So.
You will wish to be fully ready for what comes next.
Hard to hear me over the game music? Sure, I'll turn that down a little bit. Alright, Facebook. Hello, Elizabeth, Harold. Happy New Year. Glad to be back. It is nice to be back. I can finally, like I said, after Ravenloft came out, we were all working late in the office. We had just a ton of stuff we had to do. And so for a lot of us, the holiday break was really the time to get caught up on actually playing this stuff, because we were just working late nights and what have you, with post patches and things. And I had my son, which was awesome, but I didn't get a lot of Ravenloft time in just because of that. And so now that January's hit and we have all of our, I guess you could say, main patches out of the way, main kind of hot fixes, what have you, taken care of after Ravenloft, and we're really turning into our next big development cycle for Update 38. Gives me a little time to just really spend some time doing Ravenloft. So how many of you have fallen down that hole? You would think at this point I would know better, but I don't. Just about every single time I'm in here, I end up falling through that stupid thing.
To the east and
oh, jeez. Yeah, that's true. I have been a failure. I still didn't get people their free Thanksgiving points for that one run on Argo. Life just has been crazy these last couple of weeks, but it's been good crazy. Alright, so let's see. When is the next mini patch? I said earlier that we're working on it. Theoretically, it could happen tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but Friday. But weather, I think, is going to be a big factor in that, because they're predicting a major snowstorm for the Boston area, potentially like 10 to 14 inches, something like that. So that would be, yeah, that'd be kind of rough. I don't think that would probably just kibosh any plans we had to get out a patch on Friday. So probably next week. Let's be real. Probably next week. But theoretically it could be as soon as Friday. Thank you, Cosmic Dog. I agree. Ravenloft just turned out exceptional. I've been really, really enjoying it. It's super good to be able to be a part of it. Sure.
You have found an ally within Ravenloft. If Esmeralda had not told you of the ward barriers around
Really, the bow on the new cosmetics not so great, huh? I have to take a look at that. Oh, the real question, am I going to use the sentient personality that uses my own voice? Yes, I have an ego problem. No, as a matter of fact, I probably will, though, just because I want to see what it is actually like in the game. You know, I recorded it, but I haven't actually heard it in game yet. So I kind of want to make sure that the audio quality is hopefully better than Tower of Frost, what have you. But yeah, I probably will. Right now I'm using the Inquisitive guy, the one that's a little like, I don't know. It's fine. But yes, I think I will be switching my sentient personality. Any news about the favorite soul enhancement changes? Only that it's in the works for this year. I don't actually have any kind of thought about what that is going to entail. The dev is just going to have to do that work. But that is on our agenda. Can the artwork for the new weapons gear be posted? Want to see what the bow looks like. Oh, that's what brought the bow thing. No, unfortunately, I just am not in a position to do a Ravenloft loot page. I mean, besides the fact we're looking at like 170 different items,
Putrid evil radiates from this
I just don't have time. I'm sorry.
With a shriek of rage, the lingering spirit of this evil priest is banished from this realm.
You find the ward keystone under a loose stone slab, just as Esmeralda promised. Merely touching the stone should allow you to pass through the wards at the top of the
Nice.
tower. But first, you will need to find
It's a pretty smooth run here.
take you there.
Guess we could have done a lead. Assuming it works out, I saw a bow today that'll be coming in a future update that is really, really cool. So if you don't like the cosmetic look of that one, you may well find yourself with a Mirror of Glamoring on a bow that's coming pretty soon, because it is rad. My gem, the one I voiced, is...
Tools, gears, and police
Oh, what's the name of it now?
This
The Timid, and it's available for 80 Vistani tokens. Just in case you didn't know, the reason it's 80... I think we could just drop down here, but I guess we go the other way. Or did you guys just drop down? I didn't actually see where Vincent went. Did he drop down? Guess. The reason it's set to 80, by the way, not because we think that, you know, my voice is somehow particularly special or anything like that, but we wanted to still make the sort of best way to get this thing be from the raid items. So we didn't want to make it so inexpensive that people were like, well, clearly just get the cheap one, and then you don't have to worry about getting any of the sentient jewels from the raid and all that sort of thing. So that's really why it's priced the way it is. It's just so that it competes a little bit as an option with some of the other things out there. How is the new cat? The new cat is good. The new cat is upset with me because I had to bring my son back last weekend. And so I had to leave her alone for a couple of days in the house. And apparently that was unacceptable behavior on my part. So she's been hiding. But yes, otherwise things are going good there. Any word on when the Druid Arty Favored Soul enhancement work will be done? I know, although I would wager it'll be more likely to be the first half of the year than the second half, but I don't know yet. Like I said, a lot of that scheduling is actually being locked down in the coming days, so we'll see. We'll see, because we have basically a couple of plans. We're like, well, we could do this one first and then do this one, or we could do this one first and then do this one. And depending on what we do there is really going to kind of put all the chess pieces in whatever semblance of order we tend to work from. When will lines of supply reopen? Hopefully soon, assuming we can get this exploit fixed. We have a fix in place. It's being tested by QA today. Unfortunately, due to the nature of the exploit, it is a little bit tricky to know for sure that it's been solved, but hopefully it will be solved. And if that is indeed the case, then could be out as soon as Friday.
In a flash of fire, you are teleported. There is a spiral staircase across the room.
Did I have a nice Christmas? I had a great Christmas. Thank you, Titan, for asking. Besides having a great time with my son, and, you know, he's still Santa age, so Santa came to visit, and that was always a lot of fun.
Sure enough, the icon of Ravenloft is still there. You have done it. With a sigh of relief, you wonder if you will cross paths with Esmeralda again.
What can I mention about Christmas? Other than, you know, general stuff. I found do we have any kind of train enthusiasts? I don't know if there are any train enthusiasts here, but over the summer I found an old Marx O-scale train. And I mean old as in like the 909 and the 999, the New York Central. One is from like 1946 and the other is from like probably 52. And I got them really dirt cheap. It was amazing. There was like one huge box of O-scale track and transformers and stuff, and one huge box of cars, something about 20 O-scale cars, some kind of street lights, ramps, things like that. And like I said, 2 transformers and track and all this stuff. Got both boxes for $20. And it was, I mean, seriously, there's like almost 100 pieces of track there and stuff. So killer deal. But it was, you know, it is from 1946-ish, so it needed to get cleaned up on that. So over some of the summer and then in recent weeks, before the holiday break, I was cleaning up the track and oiling the trains and getting it all ready to go. And I got it all done. And we set it up around the Christmas tree this Christmas, and it worked great. And it was awesome. So I actually had a really awesome O-scale train to make the holiday fun. And it was cool. So that was something special this Christmas. The other thing is, I kind of hesitate to say it because it's going to sound like an advertisement, but like my son really likes Hot Wheels, and I really liked Hot Wheels when I was a kid too, so it's kind of fun that he likes it. Anyway, there's this new thing called Hot Wheels AI. It actually came out like last year sometime, and it's sort of a modern, updated version of slot cars. If you think about the old slot car tracks from, like, say, the 70s and 80s, you know, you had the cars that fit into the slot and then it goes around. It's kind of like that, except it has a gradiated page on it. Real Effects Racing is the tech, if you're familiar with what that is. But it's essentially, it goes from, like, dark gray to white on a grayscale on the track. And what's particularly cool about that is it stays on the track because there are these camera sensors underneath the car. There's two of them, one towards the front and one towards the back. And what it lets you do is actually race around the track in a way, like, with freedom of movement that you wouldn't have with a typical slot car sort of setup. You can also just hit a button and go off track and just race around the house, and it works on carpet and all the other kind of stuff. So that was way cool. I picked up Hot Wheels AI this Christmas. No, I didn't pick it up. Santa brought it for my son. So anyway, yeah, so Santa brought it for my son this Christmas, and we had a really good time playing with that sort of thing. You can look up, like, videos and stuff on it if you want to. It was way, way cool. It's like I said, it's like, and even it has, like, track timers and that, because it's all digital and everything, so, like, you can go and figure out what, where's Oath of Vengeance now? Oh yeah, that's over by Argon's Argynvolstolt. Alright, we're heading to Argynvolstolt for Oath of Vengeance. It's way cool. And you get to design your own tracks. Get a lot of it. It comes with 2 cars, you can race up to 4. Like I say, I don't want to... I know no one really cares here because it's the DDO show, but man, was it fun. Yep. I know it is an epic train find. It was way cool. Where do you turn in the hut runes from the Baba Lysaga raid? My understanding, I haven't actually done it, but my understanding is it's from the NPC, isn't it? Someone might need to talk to someone here. It's saying not everyone is meeting the qualifications for the quest. Oh, Vincent. Vincent, you're actually too low level, it says. Oh yeah, it's 7. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Alright, well, let me grab a screenshot here then, just so I can get you a points code later on in the day, and then we will say goodbye to you. You liked Matchbox more than Hot Wheels? See, I've always been more of a Hot Wheels guy. Cool. Alright, so you... Yeah, it sounds good. Cool. How long do the cars last before needing a recharge? I don't know yet. They do run on batteries. It's like 3, the controllers take 3 AA, the cars take like 3 AAA. I can tell you we played a ton of it and they haven't run out yet. And so I'm guessing something at least 20 hours, because I would probably put in that much and it's still going strong. So, don't know. But yeah, you can change lanes and pass each other both in and out, and it marks like your lap times is like, you set a new record, you know, of 5-8 seconds or whatever it takes to get around the track. It's cool stuff. Bean paste? Now I'm craving Korean? Yeah, it's deliberate. For the lunchtime stream, this comes from Facebook. Am I always on the same server? No. I go 2 servers per... or 2 weeks per server, and I just sort of go around and do it that way. I actually ran this quest last night on Thelanis. There's some fun little nooks and crannies in this quest. And I really need Ghost Touch. So this should be, according to my rough calculation, I believe I got one of Caneth in prior to the holiday break. So as of next week, I should be heading to Galanda. And that I will just be running Ravenloft stuff. I've got a, I guess, level 13 Kobold Killa, which is like my pew 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 build. Warlock Artie. Bring back Ghost Touch on random weapons? Maybe. I don't think it really kills anything to have it beyond a named item thing, but sure. Yeah, so, I mean, in case you didn't know, you know, my kind of main has always been Mock Duck, which is like a, it's typically considered to be sort of an Asian, sort of seitan dish, is what it's called. It's sort of like a wheat gluten sort of thing. And I also like red bean paste and all that. So, like, Sekihan is a red bean paste recipe, and bean paste is this character's name, so it's kind of a goofy little nomenclature thing I've been persistent with for quite some time.
Securely locked. You'll need to find the key that opens it.
Where's everyone?
Beyond the closed portcullis, you can see a stairway
Oh, that's where that
leading to the
door
upper floor.
is. Okay. How odd. I couldn't... For some reason I passed that up yesterday. I was like, where is that locked door? Well. Yes, my character names are pretty silly. Working as intended. Cool, Dirty Leprechaun. Nice to see that you are recently starting to stream DDO. That's very, very cool. In my opinion, the best way to get Ghost... Well, actually, you know what? I don't think that's accurate anymore. There's many ways to get Ghost Touch nowadays. I still like the Ethereal Bracers. But, you know, whatever. Okay, so we did that, And we're going down below now. But there actually is a... I can't think of what the item is now. There's just something that came off, I think, with Ravenloft here that is kind of a killer undead beater thing. Invisibility Cloak from Tempest Spine. Goggles from Giant Hold. Yep, those are all good options. I will look up the Festival Jester here shortly. I believe it is after this weekend. I believe it's through the 7th. Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. 2017, 2018. Do we actually have it marked? No. It's the 2017 calendar still. Alright, we have got the Festival Jester. It's kind of hard to read. Yeah, through the 7th. It's through the 7th. Pretty positive that's accurate. Like I say, the person who's doing our calendar is actually out sick. Yeah, actually, the Rubia Ghostbane is another one. From Night Revels, that's another good option. Ooh, Ring of the Stalker. Yep, that's another one that's pretty easy to get, and that has Ghost Touch as well.
A fire erupts in the dead hearth. A voice whispers, "My knights have fallen into darkness. Show them the light they have lost."
Well, I don't think we actually have penned in a start date on Rezia yet, because like I said, the person who does the calendar is currently sick, and we'll be doing that as soon as they get back. But yeah, I don't know if it'll be right away. I think there might be a week or something in between. But it'll probably be coming in January here with Rezia and Midwinter. That's pretty typical. Alright, back to YouTube chat. Good morning from California. Hello! In case you're hearing some bangs and stuff kind of being picked up from the mic, they're doing some construction work in this little, I don't even quite know what to call it, courtyardy thing that's on the other side of the windows here. So if you're hearing some banging and stuff, that's what that's about. Yep, this Friday, good, yeah, nice to see you back, Lagore, being here on Friday as well. I will be back for Friday afternoon. Even if we get completely snowed out, I'll just do it from home, because I can. We're set. This one, alright, cool. Yeah, the boots from Ravenloft have Ghost Touch. That's probably the one I was thinking of. It's pretty cool. Okay, where is everyone? I should show off the kitty if I stream from home, maybe. I don't know. Depends if she wants to be on camera or not. So far, she just pretty much sleeps in a bed all day, every day. I'm on Kenneth. It could be like the infamous pic of from the old turbine office of snow up against the window. That's what they're predicting. Predicting a major snowstorm here tomorrow. So We actually have the key, right? So we can just go straight and power up this thing. I'm not sure where you are, Ankle Biter. Yeah, the filigree drops pretty prevalently. You get a lot of filigree out there. Oops.
Tucked behind the mansion is a fog-shrouded cemetery. An impressive mausoleum stands in one corner. Your eye is drawn to the impressive beacon that dominates the courtyard. Suddenly, Italian creatures fly out from behind it, swooping down on the
Okay, there we go. How about making Oozebane protect the weapon from breaking after 3 hits? No. You're wrong. No. Alright, people, let's get together. Alright, hey, let's get together here. I'm not sure. Everyone seems to have kind of scattered. Why don't we meet up? Did someone go up the stairs already? I'm guessing. Alright, yeah, we're by the Harpy fight. Oozebane does not take extra damage from oozes, but basic weapon durability rules do apply. Yes, Olaf. Saying, when do we plan to fix the stutter step lag? The answer to that is as soon as possible. We have been actively working on it, and we will continue to be actively working on it. It is probably our top priority right now. Does the mark of finding help or work with filigree finding? I don't know. I would need to check with the dev who made it. I'm going to say probably not. Because the mark of finding would increase the level of the chest, and I believe the filigree is probably a straight percentage drop rate chance. Is the stutter step lag the same you see when swapping weapons, applying buffs, and the like? Yeah, it's the thing that kind of started with that one Night Revels patch, and we have just been struggling to identify the cause of it. Were we getting permanent ASMR wings? No. We will probably not be getting permanent ASMR wings.
The roof over this part of the mansion has collapsed, though it looks like you could squeeze through.
Alright, I'm gonna fight Vladimir Horngard here.
Without looking up, it says simply,
Go away.
Anklebiter, do you need some assistance to get over here? Do you know where you're going? Is the vampire thing in Amber Temple going to be implemented eventually? Probably not. Probably not. That was one of like a stretch goal for that quest. Probably won't happen. Did I miss him answering my goblin question? I did not answer a goblin question. I don't see one in our chat. If the answer is, are we going to be getting goblins? It's definitely not on our short-term agenda. Could happen someday. The ASMR Ascendant Bond Enhancement that adds 10% hit points resets every time you rest or enter a quest. Is that working as intended? I believe so. Because of the way it works. It's going to be a buff. So it probably just gets reset that way. But you're right, it maybe shouldn't. Alright, we're good. Starcrisp, you ready?
the Revenant shakes his head.
Harken Vost's light has vanished. Speaking will never shine. All that is left is scars and punishment.
The Revenant falls, once again nothing more than a lifeless corpse. On the commander's body you find a large silver key. Engraved on the key is the name
How difficult / time-consuming is it to have one race's hairstyle fit other races? She wants some of the gnome hairstyles for humans and elves. It's not particularly difficult. It can be time-consuming. To some extent, it's the same amount of time as it is to make a hairstyle. Figures you join the stream and I'm dead. I haven't died that much. A little bit. Do we... Someone disable those traps? Yeah, so Edward T has a bit of a technical question about auras resetting when you go from one instance into another. That actually is pretty common. Just sort of a byproduct of the way the game engine works. But, yeah. It can be frustrating. Alright, I think we are ready to go. You're wondering why there were no goblins in DDO. I can answer that. If it was an Eberron thing, could it be implemented in other realms? It's not entirely... There are goblins in Eberron, but not many. Because of the purge or whatever that happened. But, the main reason was really when the game was first being developed, we had a pretty good amount of plethora kind of goblin type creatures, you know, hobgoblins and orcs and kobolds. And so when we've been allocating our budget to make new monsters, we've tended to try to go for maybe new monster types or new combat types, you know, something that breaks up and is something kind of new, you know?
Inside the mausoleum, and a brilliant light fills the room. Now, if there were only some way to direct the light to the beacon atop the mansion.
Oops. Oh, never mind. Breaking the quest, yeah. So, really, that's really what it's just been about, is it's just been, you know, we don't... That role has been filled so thoroughly by other classes, it just hasn't been necessary. That said, you know... Really? Goblins would be cool. We don't yet have a target time frame for the next set of kind of class work. 2018 is really the answer to that at this point. When we can get to it. But it is on the work, in our plans for this year. Okay. Is there a way to scale up pets in Reaper dungeons or plans for it? That's not tech that we... Well, I mean, theoretically we could, I think. I don't know that we have plans for it, though. I know over the years there has been talk about doing some kind of, you know, pet pass. But we just really haven't ever gotten to it. Alright. Alright, well that's going to do it then. Thank you very much for watching the weekly Wednesday Lunchtime live stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I'll be back on Friday right here on Caneth, continuing our Ravenloft questing. We do have shows throughout the week, including one this afternoon, DDO, as she is played. Thanks, Samus, for leading into the show today, and you can find our full schedule over on the Twitch page. Hope you're having fun. I will be back on Friday. We'll have more news then. Until then, see you around.